Alright, we're gonna run back up on this area and see if we can get somebody to talk to now. Dan just runs underneath. There's that bridge we were just on. We're just looking out those windows.
I'm like in a rental house right now because my family house is getting
We're gonna walk around and just take a look from the outside before we get inside. There's a lot of yellow flags and light bulbs. And there's people in the A-frame areas doing something. It's hard to see. I think there's someone coming over to us. Sure. Hi there. I'm Ray.
I'm Valentine.
Valentine, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Are you the mastermind behind this or part of a collective?
I'm part of a collaborative team, the Dandazine Collective. It's Marina Zirko and Sarah Peterson, who's currently the gut fairy.
Okay.
I'm Valentine Cadieux, and Aaron Marks, who's over at the other end, is the architect who built all the structures.
Oh, very cool.
And then we worked with a lot of other people
Sure.
who helped us.
So what's the idea behind this installation?
It's called Making the Best of It Dandelion,
Okay.
and we're using the effort of trying to get people to eat dandelions to think through climate change.
Interesting. That's cool.
Yeah. Do you want a tour?
Yes, please.
So what we do is we gather people. Each guide has an umbrella, and the guides are bringing people in and bringing people to relationship with dandelion from their own perspectives.
Okay.
And so all the guides are doing this differently depending on what their
Yeah.
relationship with dandelion is, but they would ask you for your names. So,
Sure.
and maybe something you think about dandelion. So I don't know if you want to actually come through this as if you were participants.
Okay. Sure.
So what do you think about dandelions?
They're the first flower that blooms that I notice, and I know that they're edible. They can stain your skin.
Very bright yellow, and you can also blow them up.
Make wishes on them.
Totally. And this is one of the things that we really liked. So this is the land side project. There's a seaside project about jellyfish. And we've been trying to think about what Marina's been doing down in Houston with communities there, about things that people may be a little uncomfortable with, that really help get to the heart of the uncertainty of climate change, but that also we have some love for. Mm-hmm. And so we actually can think about ourselves in relationship with these things so that we can think of climate change not as something else or something
Right.
we can just have a hostile or defensive relationship. So we've been thinking, how do we get people to eat nimbly is one entry point, maybe eating dandelions. So we talk a lot about the different names for dandelions, so lion's tooth, pissabed, there are all these different names for it, partly because people have had different relationships. So the first stop on our tour is the microbiome, and we think about ecosystems that are small and that we have maybe hidden relationships with, that are things like the reason dandelions were brought to Minnesota is that they were an important vegetable and interesting, also a medicinal plant. So in our guts, we have 3 pounds of stuff that's not us, that collaborates with us to keep us alive and fed. And dandelion root has a lot of the useful things for that gut to thrive. It's also really good in relationship with our kidneys and our livers.
Mm-hmm.
So we invite people to go in and have a drop of dandelion tincture from the microbiome fairy.
Yeah, sure.
So you should totally do that.
Okay. Hi. And what do I do, see here? Okay. It's delicious. Awesome. Thank you.
And we have there's a lot that's interesting about our relationships with dandelions. That's okay. Dandelions are they're like a forgotten vegetable, but that more people are noticing. So, for example, most of the stores around here sell dandelion tea, and a surprising number of people have been eating dandelions or their grandmothers made them dandelion tea. It's been adopted also in many places. So, the walkover, it's not native to this ecosystem. I don't know, have you ever seen the Minneapolis Women's Society has a day that celebrates, it was just a couple of weeks ago, it celebrates the introduction of the dandelion to Minnesota by Mrs. Godfrey. Yeah. And she missed it so much. She was from the East Coast. But also, indigenous cultures where it has been introduced have often adopted it really rapidly because it has things like it's a liver tonic and a kidney tonic. And in a time in which bitterness is something that we may be uncomfortable with, we don't generally eat a lot of bitter foods, it's a good metaphor for some of the things that we need to learn to be comfortable with to build up our communities, to build up our strength, to find sustenance, to face some of the challenges that we aren't so good at facing.
Really? Love it.
So, in larger groups, this takes longer because more people have thoughts, and it's been really, one of the things that's been really awesome all night is hearing what people think about dandelion, what they think about its relationships. What have you done with dandelions in your life? Made the, what do you call it, lay kind of thing for your head? That's something I did a while ago. Flower tree. This is what we'll do at 5:26 when the sun comes up, is we'll find the dandelion seed heads that are around. Even for us, we've spent a ridiculous amount of time researching dandelions, because we didn't start with dandelion, we started with how do we get people to think through some of these difficult things and build up capacity, but it became the flower child or poster child for the project because it turns out when we were collaborating with people to think about what works well, what do people want to know to be more comfortable with thinking through the challenges that face us as a society, it was something they both loved and that also they maybe didn't trust. And those seem like right there, that's like, I don't know, for me that's one of the things I really wanted to get at. So I'll invite you over. The macrobiome is where we go next, where we think about the larger relationship between like dandelions and the rest of the world. So you're welcome to take a seat in the macrobiome. You know where the dandelions flower. And I'll actually have you take a seat looking out at the river.
Okay.
Okay, so we are towards the river, and Southwire. This is Aaron Marks.
Hi there. We're live streaming right now.
What's up? Nice to see you.
We are here. Oh, okay.
I'm being the bouncer.
And then they get the whole introduction. So these are dandelion greens. And part of what's interesting about dandelion greens is that they're both, well, and just dandelions as a food in general. We have this bundle because they're a commodity. So you can see the logo, has the PLU. It's something you can buy in the global commodity chains. But dandelions are all around us. So one of the questions we've been asking people is, what if food was as available as dandelions? And we made, as you'll see at the final stop, pickled dandelion root. We couldn't commodify that. It took us 10 hours to dig them up and 10 hours to wash them and then several weeks to pickle them. But it also is such a big icon of the foods that we surround ourselves with, that are this kind of care work that people do, which again is such an important part of our societies. What's going to work to get us out of climate change, the disaster part of it, and what already is working that we wanted to lift up in the communities. Yeah. So here we're at the head of the navigable Mississippi, and so these commodities and all the stuff that we had to engage, despite our Craigslist searching and things to build this, and it meant that we had to be part of the global commodity market. And how do we have relationships that we feel good about? So, have you experience, the larger relationship with stuff and how you make the best of it, given what climate change is and what it means to you? Or have you seen that tonight in the other projects you've looked at?
Well, yeah, I mean, just being able to like go out and interview people and live stream is very much connecting in more of a way that I would have probably if I wasn't, part of this group too. So that's been a way to connect with the community and to talk about the climate change issues and see people's art. So that's been really inspiring tonight.
Any connections? Like part of what's cool, and part of what I've been really impressed with your work and like UnicornRiot as a network is, I think like showing people what is happening and inviting them into it. Part of making the best of it is both, given what we have, how do we make the best of it? But also like if we've got lemons, how do we make lemonade kind of thing? But like how do we make the best lemonade? And giving people entry points is a way for them to make something rather than just to be like, it's too overwhelming, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Climate change is simple. It's one of the big problems, although the way we often think about it in the future. So our website is making the best of it today. It's now.
Nice.
And it's not just climate, it's race and poverty and all the things in the middle, like that mean that we'll make the best of it differentially.
Yeah.
To do. So these relationships are part of what we get. And then we invite people to our final stop on the line, which is the refuge. Okay. And you can see there's a group there, so we'll watch what they're doing. Here's where a small group. So at the refuge, people have been eating foods made from dandelions. So we've collaborated with a number of chefs and growers and foragers about how do people use dandelions. And we split them at night in this pickled dandelion root, and it's a lacto-fermented pickle, which is the way that people preserve things. It turns out some of the dandelion roots we found were that long. Wow. So the student organic farm over at the U of M let us use some of their dandelions, which was really wonderful. You can see those. And then the second chapter of the night was kimchi griddle cakes that Christy Varner over at Gigi's Cafe made, and she made kimchi out of dandelion leaves and then made them into little pancakes. Cute. And then we just moved into the third chapter of the night. Hello, Refuge One. Would you like to describe our foods? This is UnicornRiot.
Hi. We're live right now, so.
Excellent. What are we live on?
Our live stream channel. It's on livestream.com/UnicornRiot, but you can also go to unicornriot.ninja and just click like live channel also on the tabs. So, thanks.
So, we have various foods made with dandelions. So this is a power bar made with dandelion flour. This is pickled dandelion root. And this is a griddle cake made with dandelion kimchi. And we have tamari dipping sauce to go with.
Very nice.
Yeah. And each of them comes with a little like fortune cookie question about climate change and how you relate to it. So
Cool.
feel free to.
Yeah, I'll have to try one of these.
Yeah, and these were all made by local restaurants around town. So Gigi's, just fermentation bar. There's some bee's knees honey and a couple of things like power bars.
Yeah. I have a gluten allergy, so I think no bread and granola.
There's some ingredients.
Yeah, there's ingredients.
Too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, rice flour. You guys made it with rice flour. Awesome.
Yeah, I think there was lots of consideration taking in allergies and dietary needs and everything, so the most number of people.
Okay, based on this amazing list, I want to change my mind if that's okay.
You can, yeah.
I want to try this.
Yeah, you can try each of them if you want. We have plenty to go around.
Cool. Let's see.
After you eat your morsel, you've been asking people to read their questions. And consider answering their question to the camera we have.
Our little setup. It pales in comparison to those.
Yeah.
But it's very meta.
Pretty similar. So, I'm a mouthful. beautiful. Is that aesthetically pleasing or not in this case?
So if before you start, you please say your name.
Okay.
And then you do consent first.
Yep. My full name then, or
Just like your first and last name.
okay. My name's Victor Wyland. Okay. It says how will you make the best of it? It's kind of vague because it could be anything. I'm going back to school. I'm gonna make the best of it. I guess I'm gonna try to talk to everybody. Try to network with everybody. Like I said, I'll do my best, but that doesn't really answer the question. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna try to talk to just about every single person. How about that? I'll talk to every single person in my cohort. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. What are you going back to school for?
Web development, software engineering.
And so researching?
I want to become a guy. But yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you so much. Start this weekend.
Awesome. You'll have to check out your site.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you need a card?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I can get you some cards. They are.
Awesome. Thank you.
They are. Yes. Check one.
Sure, I love one. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
My dandelion dress has pockets, which is
That's such a cute dress. I noticed it was a dandelion dress, like on that top.
So Marina Zirka, who is off looking at the other projects right now, has worked with the company that makes these because she's also doing a big project
cute.
on global shipping. And she
Yeah.
has bathing suits for swimming with shipping containers that they make, and it's called Print All Over Me, and they've made. So
That's awesome.
yeah, no, it's really great. And it's been really neat to work with all these different people who bring different kinds of perspectives to how we might make the best of it. And so we're doing it at Northern Park this year. Tonight was our launch, and then we'll do it at Northern Park next year. And then between now and then, we'll do a series of community meals.
Yeah.
So part of what we're hoping is all these napkins that make up our bunting will be the napkins for these meals. And we hope, along with a lot of other artist-created tools, that this can be a toolkit that people can use in communities who might be interested in talking about climate change and how we make the best of it. And then we'll embroider some of the answers people have talked about onto the napkins over time, so future meals can participate in what past meals conversations have been like.
Awesome. That's so cool.
So then at the end, we guide people out with the injunction to go make the best of it. And
Yeah.
to stay in touch, and we would love to do this with communities who are interested. So,
Okay. All right.
so thank
Is that
you so
it?
much. That is,
Oh my God, it's so much fun though.
I'm glad
I
you
don't
enjoyed
understand.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun putting this together and
Yeah.
kind of figuring it out, working with a lot of the other projects. We had some great, I don't know if you've seen the Surrender project that's down at the water's
I
edge.
thought Say Surrender at one point, but I didn't talk to anybody about that yet.
So we did a great, that was a project at the U of M with the class on, it was artist, Christine Baumler, a phenologist, Rebecca Montgomery, and then an agroecologist, Nick Jordan, who taught a class together, and their class worked on this. So we all workshopped each other's projects along the way. So, yeah, it's in my experience of Northern Spark, maybe because climate is pressing, it's the thing that has made people work together more socially, which
Yeah.
seems like a useful skill. We're going to need that for addressing this stuff and all the other stuff. So, thank you so much for the work you
Yeah.
did. Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
by. It was really great to meet you.
This is gonna be super memorable.
It has been a really nice refuge of calm for a lot of the people who've come through, which is good, because that's part of what we're thinking is it's stressful and overwhelming for people. If you could give people a little bit of a sense of what it takes to love and like be in it for the long haul,
Yeah.
that would be a nice thing to leave with. And then you see dandelions and you'd have a moment of, oh yeah, I can do this. We can work on this together.
Wow.
We're all in a relationship.
Thank you.
Negotiate the hill this way. We have another interview.
What? I can't even do another interview. That was like mic drop, man. Mic drop. Just ate all those dandelions. There was something going on with those dandelions, spiritual. They're so delicious. Can I just say that? Every one of those are so delicious. All y'all gotta go home and start eating up your dandelions, okay? They ain't weeds. Veggies, alright? Eat your veggies. You hear me?
throw a quick here.
To the next thing.